Well, it's T-1 tomorrow morning. It's vasectomy day. I am extremely nervous, I have to admit. I have a list of things which I need to do. Before your operation, please shave the hair from your scrotum with a safety razor. It is not necessary to have a complete shave of the pubic area. Well, we've discussed this. I think you are well enough aware of my intentions with regard to hair removal. Please wear tight underpants, which give support to your scrotum. Now, I don't really own any tight underpants. I'm very much a boxer shorts sort of man, and to be honest, go commando as often as not. So, I have invested in a pair of Endura padded shorts. We have a nice soft pad at the front, larger pad at the back. They're for cycling, but I think that in many ways these are going to support my plums appropriately. Oh, a couple of apples and a banana. Not the nicest apples, they're from the tree. And if we get a couple of apples and a banana, we place them in here. Yeah, I think that's going to be comfortable enough. So, I'm going to put this back in the fruit bowl, or on the floor. But rest assured, these are clean and new. It's not as unpleasant as it first appears. So, that's 2 covered. 3. When you attend to the operation, please bring someone with you who are able to take you home. The pedant in me wishes to scream and shout about that, but I'm going to leave it. For legal reasons, you must not drive yourself. Now, my wife Jim is going to come with me, but not being a driver, I've arranged for Doug, who's my manager, to pop down, pick me up, and either run me home or to work, depending on just how sore I am downstairs. Please bring something interesting to read whilst the vasectomy is carried out. There's no way that I'm going to sit and read a book whilst there is a man making a hole in my scrotum with a soldering iron. There's going to be enough for me to think about. I don't think I'm going to get bored. Boredom, tedium, the tedium is not an issue at all. Oh darn. What am I to do with the searing hot pain in my gonads? This is not something I'm going to comply with. When I first started at boarding school, when I was 7, one of the things we had to own to take with us as part of the kit list, in order that everyone who wanted to bring one was able to, was a teddy bear. Now, I didn't have a teddy bear at the time. We had to go out and buy one. I feel the same here with this good book. Other people might need it, but to me it would just be an inconvenience. Be prepared to rest for 48 hours after the operation, and if you have a heavy job, I don't, then please arrange for some days off work, if at all possible. It's not too bad, Sally, when you say that. I can shower in the evening following my vasectomy, but have to avoid bathing for 3 days, and have to use other contraception until I have 2 negative sperm counts and a letter stating that I am sterile. Please make love when you feel Please make love when you feel comfortable. And I feel quite comfortable now. You can probably hear the babies awake, however, so I don't think Jim's going to be in the mood. Most men find that at least 7 days after the vasectomy, and it takes about 20 ejaculations to clear active sperm which are left in your system. So, a good mid-morning's work out then. Chances of failure of vasectomy are very small, less than 1 in 2,000, which is 10 times more reliable than female sterilisation, which is pretty good. It actually says 10 times more reliable than a sterilisation operation for your wife, which is of interest, I think, that it has to be my wife. And 2 specimens of semen are required. That's for the future. The other thing I have is, come very close to you for a second, is my consent for a vasectomy, which I cover my name and address off the top. My address, anyway, my name's Manly. has to be signed both by myself and also by my wife, girlfriend / wife. I do have some problems with this, really. I feel that whilst me having a vasectomy permanently means that she's unable to have more children by me, and it is something which we should discuss, it's my body and it's up to me. There's no way that anyone would ever ask my permission before someone else was allowed an abortion. No one would say, oh, you can't have an abortion unless your husband says it's okay, or at least a doctor wouldn't. Man doesn't get asked to sign before a sterilisation. I don't really feel that it's appropriate that a wife has to be consulted. However, my friend, when he had his wife was consulted and said she didn't want him to have it, and they still were able to go ahead. But nonetheless, the fact that they have to be consulted is something which I find slightly offensive. My first thought was, what if you were a gay man? Obviously then my second thought was, you wouldn't need a vasectomy. So that was a line of questioning that I had to give up on. But it just doesn't seem right. So, I'm ready now. Had some port. It's time to shave. It's time to shave.